Hey friends, welcome to my video. Thanks for clicking on my thumbnail. Glad you're here with the ILIKE team. Now today, friends, we are here for the news. That is right, KPOP Junkee has just posted a video, so we are here to check it out. Now, this is actually a video that he has edited and re-uploaded. So, around, I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, I think it was the day before. The day before yesterday, he uploaded a video. And he then quickly, probably within a few hours after uploading it, decided he was going to take that video down. And I had noticed that because people were telling me in my comments, they were like, hey, yo, your video title does not match what you were talking about. Because in that video, I actually had reacted to two K-pop Junkee videos. And so the second half of that video was the video that he took down. And so I was like, that was kind of convenient how I checked out both. Because the reason he ends up taking that down is like he had some things. He says, I checked out the first like few seconds of this one to make sure it was the same video. He says,
just a heads up, this video was uploaded for a very brief moment. I've now taken out some topics that may or may not have fit the guidelines I've set for this channel, and also added new ones because I think this controversy, if you want to call it that, involving
Okay. Anyways, so that's how it starts. He said he took out some things because he didn't feel like they fit his channel and where he wants to take it, which is honestly one of the main reasons why I react to K-pop Junkee, why I like his videos. He holds his channel to like a certain standard, and you know, he's a very genuine dude. Like, he keeps us informed on the news. He'll just, so if he had some things in that video, I don't remember everything that was said in the last video that I reacted to, but it's not in my video anymore. That part is edited out. It's not there. And then on top of all of that, it's just like, I changed the title to just that video that I had to catch up on. And then this one, we're here again. So hopefully this updated video got everything correct, everything he wanted. I don't know if he had some wrong news or just, I don't know. Either way, I respect that he changed it. Yeah, so with that being said, we're going to get into it. I see people talking about Enhypen female dancers controversy, so we'll see. I did watch this music video. The choreo did seem a bit like, but they were going crazy. That was like, it was like the female and the male. I feel like, I don't know. Let's see what he has to say on this.
And also added new ones because I think this controversy, if you want to call it that, involving Enhypen does.
What's the problem?
Of course, the guys recently made their comeback with BLACKPINK, but soon after, their choreography with female dancers was getting some backlash, being deemed too suggestive by a group of vocal fans. So vocal that protest trucks were sent in front of their building. Now, the reason I include this story in the video is because there seems to have been a responsive action toward the uproar. It looks like just in case any of these angry fans were in the crowd during their M Countdown taping, the guys first recorded the ending shot without the dancers. Someone who claimed to be there said fans were then hastily asked to leave because apparently they took another version of it, this time with the dancers, despite the quote-unquote backlash. So while the thumbnail doesn't show the girls, the actual video still does. The company is definitely sticking to their guns about the choreography and not giving in.
I feel like now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Did y'all look at the lyrics of the song? I mean, the song is already a bit, if you will, maybe provocative, but like in a vampire type of way. Like, bro, I don't know how long I've seen vampire concepts done in like film, movies, music. It don't matter. The whole thing is like the vampire goes over your neck, like really, sensually, provocatively, like goes over your neck and goes, and then bites you, and then like, ooh, you can barely see, like they're like looking at the camera, all like, that's kind of the concept there. The song is called Bite Me. Okay, so then they came through and they had female dancers for it, which I mean, from my perspective, I didn't see anything too like, whoa, that's completely crazy, why would you do that? But it was a bit like, I don't know, it was just a bit maybe provocative, but like kind of just added to the overall concept, in my opinion. Plus, you know, they've obviously practiced this because that's how comebacks work. They've practiced this for months on months on months, and then it's like, it's always upsetting. Sometimes the choreos are actually just a bit, they can be altered. Like, there's been choreos in the last few years that have come out and they're like kind of crazy, and then groups have altered them. That's fine. I feel like this doesn't necessarily need to be one of those moments, in my honest opinion. I feel like they practiced this for a long time. The dancers, the members, they were all comfortable doing this together. Nothing seemed too crazy. But obviously I know Korea is more conservative anyways, so if it's mostly Korean fans, that does make sense. I mean, I'm not going to complain. It's just whatever. I feel like they already learned it and practiced this choreo for so long, so at least they got to perform it some. That's about what I'm gonna say on that.
The company is definitely sticking to their guns about the choreography and not giving in, while seemingly also making sure the dancers are safe from this group of angry protesters. Kind of fits the Bite Me song title, to be honest, but SM also got a big response this week,
Respectful.
dropping a huge announcement video detailing their near future plans regarding the final NCT unit, NCT Japan, and their next girl group. And I'm sure we'll talk about those things more as they approach, but for this video, we're gonna talk more about their upcoming boy group because it ties into probably the biggest news that they dropped. Sungchan and Shotaro will be leaving NCT to re-debut in that upcoming boy group later this year. The guys first joined NCT back in 2020. Shotaro posted a handwritten letter.
Yeah, so Shotaro posted this big old long letter. I know they were added to NCT a while ago, right? And they're the two members that like didn't have a unit from what I know. I'm not the biggest NCT fan, but I keep up with NCT quite a bit. I'm just not like a super stan. And they got added, and then it was like, what was it for NCT? Was it 2021? NCT 2020? It was one of them years they just got added. I think it was 2020 actually. And then it was like, yeah, they need a fixed unit. Give them a fixed unit has always been like the thing everyone says. And now, obviously, NCT has said, instead of doing that infinite thing that we had talked about in 2016 when we came out, we have one more unit coming out and that's it. Then we're cutting the line. We're stopping it there. Which, okay, that's fine. I feel like that was always going to happen at some point. I feel like this infinite system they had was never going to work unless they had a graduation system put in place, kind of like a lot of J-pop groups work. So, anyways, then we get to here. And they're like one more unit, and they're now all of a sudden not in NCT. I don't know if they're gonna be in NCT Tokyo or what they're gonna be, but like either way, good luck on your debut. I support y'all. Good luck. Also, we got a new girl group potentially coming out. I feel like aespa just came out, so like, aespa realistically came out in what 2019, 2020. But like it still feels like that was just yesterday. aespa still feels like super rookies to me. So like I don't know. SMB making moves, bro.
The guys first joined NCT back in 2020. Shotaro posted a handwritten letter thanking fans and said he will be back very soon. And Yuta responded to the letter saying, "I have so much I want to say, but you'll be just fine." Of course, Yuta and Shotaro were quite close, being the two Japanese members of the NCT family. However, that wasn't the only headline NCT was somehow attached to recently. The police have reportedly revealed that they've handed over a case to prosecutors involving someone who was a bodyguard for NCT Dream back in February, who seemingly pushed a female fan so hard into a wall that she apparently suffered a rib fracture. A video of the incident has now surfaced online, many people thinking that while the bodyguard should protect the guys, she didn't seem aggressive or even that close to warrant that much force. At least in the short clip, it's a little hard to tell. The woman needed 5 weeks of hospital treatment and sued the bodyguard for assault, which again police have now handed to prosecution.
Okay, so about that, I talked about this last time. Basically, here's my take on this. For one, there's multiple cases we can look at this from. I feel like we've talked about this so many times in just his videos or just in general in K-pop. There's always this thing with airports for whatever reason. People just be like showing up, right? They go to the airport and then they're like, "Hey yo, what's good, fans?" And then they get kind of close for whatever reason, and then the idol always gets hurt, and then every time it happens, we're always like, "Hey yo, can y'all like give idols their personal space at these airports, or just like, you know, not go?" But like there's that whole culture, you know, they have to leave from the airport, and like they travel the world, they're gonna be at the airport, so you never know where they're gonna be in their day-to-day lives. They could be out at some restaurant, you wouldn't know where they're eating at, you just can't, but you know they're gonna be at an airport, so like, hey, if we camp the airport, we'll find our idols. But it's kind of like, I get it, but like the news outlets always be there, so then fans always show up anyways. Look, either way, I feel like the main takeaway here is, no, she wasn't actually encroaching on him. There was not much happening there to where the guard needed to do all that. But at the same time, it's happened so many times that people have gotten hurt from things like this, that they have so many guards now. It's like you can't just walk to the airport without guards. And then every time that a group doesn't have this many guards is always when we look back on it and we're like, if only they had security, so-and-so would not have got trampled by fans. And so it's like, it's this weird line where you need the security, but he did seem to use a lot of force, considering there was not really much threat going on there. So I hope she recovers well. I honestly think the security guard is in the wrong this time. It's just this weird thing where like, but at the same time, from her perspective, I feel like, look, just being in the same room as your idol is a cool experience, okay? Seeing them in concert, even if you happen to be in a restaurant, and I don't know, let's say, like, Mark walks into your restaurant, you're like, "What's good, Mark? You want some eggs?" You know, y'all make like a joke, and then he laughs, but y'all are in the same room. You don't have to literally walk up to the man and touch the man and get, like, 1 foot from the guy and be like, "Hi, Mark." like the meme, like, no, you don't gotta do all that. It's not needed. Also, cameras are so good on phones these days. There's this crazy thing called a phone that we've invented and got really good. I feel like if you really want to remember the moment, a lot of people get their phones out. You can like zoom in on your phone and film from a respectful like distance, or even still like a good 10 feet is probably respectable. If you really want to get close to your idol, there should be like a 10 feet rule, if I'm being honest. But like at the same time, the security guard I still feel like is in the wrong here. I just feel like going forward, to avoid mishaps like this, we should employ a 10 feet rule for all my K-pop stands out there. If you just so happen to go to the airport, which you really don't even have to go to anyways, but let's say you do, please keep yourself 10 feet away. Like, just please.
Little treatment
for your safety and theirs.
For assault, which again,
because the
have
security guards, you never know, they might just throw you into a wall.
Also took down a controversial clip, this one involving IU. You guys have probably seen a lot of photos and stuff from Gucci's recent cruise fashion show. A lot of celebrities were there. ITZY's Ryujin, aespa's Winter hanging out with Nugent's
Woo! Winter! Iso! Let's go!
Sorry. A lot of celebrities were there.
The boys going crazy.
Ryujin, aespa's Winter hanging out with Nugent's
Honey and Winter, I'm living my best life.
So, Younghoon and Juyeon from The Boys. Well, a video posted showing a Taiwanese influencer's interaction with IU has garnered a lot of backlash. Molly seemed to have grabbed IU's wrist while she was greeting the cameras. IU's security is seen stepping in, to which Molly then let go of her. People think IU seemed a bit uncomfortable during their exchange, and maybe even hinted for her bodyguard to step in. Other examples of this behavior from Molly in the past were pointed out, like with actor Jung Hae-in from a Louis Vuitton event from earlier this year. Well, Molly has now come out with an apology saying with the help of friends who could translate, she apologized to IU and sent IU's company an apology in multiple languages. She says her actions were not appropriate, she should have been more careful, that she brought this controversy upon herself and shouldn't touch people she doesn't know. A quick update to
okay, multiple things about this one. First of all the people that were here, that's so cool. But then, okay, so it says it looks like the security guard. Do you think when she looked at this man here, she was like, okay, whoa, is that supposed to be signaling like, hey, yo, what's going on? Can we like stop this? This is weird. Okay, and here's the actual main takeaway from this one. I don't know this Molly person. Apparently they apologized in multiple languages. That's cool and all, but this is still kind of weird. But at the same time, here's the main thing. Check this out.
She says her actions were not appropriate. She should have been more careful. That she brought this controversy upon herself and shouldn't touch people she doesn't know.
Facts. All right, guys. Here's my life lesson for all of you out there. Any of you who wanna become wise and learn. This is the most valuable life lesson you can learn, and this is coming from a fellow introvert. Okay, I don't know how many of you are introverted, but I personally am. Get this.
Update to she brought this controversy upon herself and shouldn't touch people she doesn't know.
Don't touch people you don't know. Life lessons, okay? If you really want to just don't like if you don't know somebody, what you doing touching them? That's like an invasion of so much privacy. Like, bro, I got my bubble, you know, the bubble thing. Like, I got my bubble, and you're like encroaching on it. Much less, why are you like? Facts. I mean, look, if you walk up to a celebrity and let's say you're a bit of a, like in that instance, they both like. I still feel like, you know, a little. We don't actually know each other. Let's just like wave, say hi, say who you are, all that. You don't really gotta. I don't know. See, in some cultures, it's like. The people like get a little closer than other culture. It depends on the culture, but like I still feel like at the end of the day, if you don't know someone, don't really touch them like that. If y'all clearly are hitting it off, you're like, hey, and the person's like, hey, and y'all want to have a talk, it's not like a passing each other on the red carpet type of event, then maybe y'all can like, you know, whatever. But like if y'all are just like passing, hey, how's it going? You don't like grab someone by the wrist and be like, whoa, I love you, what's good?
Quick update to another apology to an idol. Back in March, EXO Sehun furiously responded to rumors that he had a secret girlfriend who was pregnant because someone thought they saw the two at an OBGYN clinic. Well, now the outlet WikiTree has issued an apology for releasing an article about it because the information turned out to be false. Let's end the serious portion of this video on
This is why y'all shouldn't jump to conclusions. WikiTree. I don't even know who WikiTree is, but like, stop. Okay. I know y'all just trying to make money, get views to your website, okay? That's how the news is. If any of y'all saw 2521, no spoilers, that's how the news works. But like, oh my goodness, can y'all like relax?
Turned out to be false. Let's end the serious portion of this video on a very weird one. A lot of you guys know and maybe even follow GOT7 Mark's dad, Mr. Raymond Tuan. Well, a lot of fans recently found that they were now somehow following Andrew Tate. Now, I don't really want to spend this video explaining who Andrew Tate is.
I don't feel like you have to.
Controversial figure. banned from Twitter, among many other things. Well, when looking through this account and the posts from it, fans realized this was now Mark's dad's account that had now been hacked. Mark's sister Grace came out confirming that their dad's account had been hacked and warned fans not to engage with it as they're trying to get it back. Sungchan and Shotaro leaving NCT.
Can we like not with this whole coming at people's dads for no reason? Like, here's my main takeaway from this. Go stream Mark's album, The Other Side. Wish I could have done more. But also, like, no, like, actually, okay, why are y'all, like, bro, let his dad, his dad put himself out there as, like, a public figure a while ago. People, like, know who his dad is, right? He's not, like, a crazy famous guy or anything, but that's, like, this is Mark's dad, you know? So, like, can we not, with all this, like...
And warn fans not to engage with it.
Let the man live!
Sungchan and Shotaro leaving NCT.
Stop hacking
Mark's
his account.
dad getting hacked by someone claiming to be Andrew Tate.
Exactly, stop.
And IU getting grabbed by an influencer. We need
positive. We need it, please.
K-pop world to celebrate.
Hush.
Thankfully, former NMIXX member Jennie.
Let's go! Let's go, Jennie. Jennie debut. I've become such a big answer this year. Sorry, this just made me happy.
K-pop world to celebrate. Thankfully, former NMIXX member Jennie, with one N now, is here to give us that good news with her first public appearance since leaving JYP Entertainment back in December. It was at a recent fashion event for Levi's, and this probably brings us one step closer to her solo debut. By the way, I'm still giving away 4 general admission tickets to Tribe's US.
Tribe's albums slap. Every single one of them are so good. So if any of y'all want to enter this, have fun, good luck. Yeah.
Alongside Leo.
Yo, these I Hate Sunshine pants are so popular. Everyone be wearing them, and I always get like, I'm like, what does that mean? Why do you not like Sunshine?
Alongside Leo presents. Again, just comment your
K-pop
favorite
Junkee's
song
the pants
or
man, so I have to comment
screenshot that and DM that to me on Instagram so that I have a secure way to reach out to winners. You can also comment about the unique merch that everyone seems super excited for.
Wait, that is some pretty sick merch though, low key. Try beat a look up. Anyways, light sticks? That's about the only thing I'm really noticing that I need to like. I'm like, yo, the pink one too. Like, light sticks?
We've had huge
I'm a light stick collector.
Debuts since the last video. Hype's Boy Next Door debut.
Let's go, Boy Next Door!
Oa, who was on producer.
Juhani's speaking of bite me, dream walking by dog. Go listen to it, baby. Candy, Icky, Doctor, Bon Voyage,
and of course comebacks of Card. Finally, Secret Number,
so much
Dreamcatcher, and of course, Enhypen. We mentioned Idol's comeback in the last video, who are now million sellers in the sense that their newest album has sold over 1 million copies, and they did it in less than a week. Also, congrats to aespa, who have become the fastest girl group to be double million sellers, as their newest album has surpassed 2 million sales already. And I mean, you can probably predict a section in here about 50-50 by now, because not only are they now the longest charting group,
We're winning. Barbie movie soundtrack. I don't know about all that. I just know it's a new 50-50 song. So like, we're winning.
A section in here about 50-50 by now, because not only are they now the longest charting girl group on the UK singles chart and the Hot 100, they've now broken BLACKPINK's record for most monthly listeners of any K-pop girl group on Spotify. I mean, even BTS is just...
Is that not crazy, y'all? Like, this is BLACKPINK we're talking about. The group that, like, this is, like, BLACKPINK, and then you're talking streaming. Much less, you can talk about BLACKPINK. Oh, BLACKPINK's famous. You want to know what BLACKPINK is, like, the thing BLACKPINK is, like, known for in the K-pop community is, like, streaming. If you're, like, when I was getting into K-pop, it was, like, BLACKPINK is good associated with streaming. Everyone, like, that group is like, oh, we're trying to break records. Oh, but look how much we listen to our artists. Whatever, I don't care that much, but like that is the thing. And so, and I'm still a huge Blink, and you know what, screw, I'm gonna keep streaming for BLACKPINK. We're gonna break the records, we're this, that like, that's cool, but like it's crazy because I'm also just so proud of 50-50 that they're so big, they're like so viral right now that they're out, like, what? Oh my god.
Jungkook is willing to risk another noise complaint for it. Now, the next one isn't a Spotify. I mean, even BTS's Jungkook is willing to risk another noise complaint for it. Now, the next one isn't a historic milestone like we usually try to filter by, But I think it's super interesting and kind of significant for other groups who will go down the same path. It's now been reported that iKON's first album...
Yo, check this out. First of all, like he said, I'm so hyped for any future groups that could potentially do this. Bro, 143 Entertainment is the future. What they're doing with Limelight, you need to check out Limelight. If you haven't check them out. They're so talented. And then, first of all, what they're doing with did you hear the IKON album? Did you hear it? Did you hear the album? It was so good. And they got the light sticks already. Like, they're putting in so much money and effort. And they're the future. They're the future. Tap in now while you can. You're talking about entertainment companies that are next up. Look, I stand a lot of groups from all sorts of companies. That one is the future.
For other groups who will go down the same path, it's now been reported that iKON's first album since leaving YG has nearly doubled in first week sales compared to their own record that was set when they were in YG.
Do you deep that? Do you deep how crazy that? 143 is raking in money, and they've already promoted Bobby and all sorts of like money.
First week sales compared to their own record that was set when they were in YG. I'm still so happy they decided to stick together and credit where it's due to YG who allowed them to keep the IKON name. It seems like these guys will always be together. If one falls, they all fall, literally.
They did all fall though. Hey yo, shout out to IKON, bro. Shout out to IKON, bro. But yeah, that's the news this week. So much. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that, like Enhypen dance and whatnot. Is are Sungchan and Shotaro. So then, if they're leaving NCT, then I assume they're not in NCT Tokyo. They're just in a new high boy group in general. So we'll see. Maybe they get to debut together. That'd be cool. But just all this news and stuff. There was a lot that went on this week. But like again, I like to focus on the positive sides. Sending my positive energies out there for next week and next week's video. That it will be overwhelmingly positive. But yeah, nah, this was still a really fun video. Lots of news. Hopefully this time the video is good. But again, like I like to just look back on like his character as a person for whatever reason, because it's like I feel like the reason he took down the last video, he must have said something that he didn't feel he needed to put out there. You know, it's hard as someone in his position that like puts out news, someone who like has to objectively or not like unbiased talk about the news and try to report on things without reporting on false things, without like, I mean, he has to make sure he's trying to uphold that standard that he set for his channel. So it does probably get very stressful in his case for things like that. So like, I still respect him for the fact that he even took down the last video, because he put the effort in to edit it, make it, and then he was like, you know what, actually no, I'm not leaving this up, and he took it down, he changed it, he's edited it, and now this is the version that we got to see. So I respect that. But yeah, this video is still great. Y'all let me know what y'all thought of any of these topics down below. I'd love to talk with y'all about them. But like I always say, like literally every time, go to his video and go show him love, go show him support. He makes this video for us. So yeah, with all that being said, friends, that's gonna do it for me today. I'm glad we caught up on the news. But with that being said, I hope you have a good day, morning, or night, whatever time it is for you and wherever you are in the world. With that being said, peace. Stan, K-pop Junkee. Goodbye.